Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Dockery and I want to welcome you to this class GRD110 Typography 1. This class is about text and information, and text is the fastest way to transfer information from one person to another person, and it's not just that way in the United States, it's that way all over the world. So in this class we're going to be working about how to make your type legible, readable, easy to use, and able to look great. There are some rules to follow for this, and they will become easy and apparent as time goes by. Now, within this class, we are going to be in a projectized environment, and so every project that we do is going to build on the projects of the past and will slowly become more extensive and more difficult. So what we find in this is that you get out of this class what you put into this class. So if you look at the materials that you're doing every week as a way to check off a box or just get an exercise out of the way, that's exactly what you'll get. You'll end up with a mediocre or a poor grade and nothing to show for it. On the other hand, if you go out of your way to make sure that every piece looks like a portfolio piece, you will have a portfolio full of work when you're finished. So just make sure you're putting in your time. There's a commitment for this class, 15 hours per lesson. 6 of those hours should be set aside for doing your book work, doing the discussion boards, reading all of the content that's due every week, and material outside of that, if you haven't reached the 6-hour point, should be researching topics that we've discussed and looking at what people in the field are doing right now. It also doesn't hurt if you look into things that you would like to be able to do, but we haven't covered yet. That kind of curiosity and expansive nature is going to put you in a spot where you can make a lot of money and excel in our classes. So just make sure you're covering that stuff. 6 to 9 hours every single lesson should be put aside for doing your homework. Because this class is a 12-week class, you're going to be doing, more often than not, more than one lesson in a week. So you may need to put aside a significant amount of time. Your projects and your final results will reflect the amount of time that you put into your work. So watch out for not practicing your book work and being unfamiliar with the tools. Watch out for not having researched what other people are doing or coming away with something that just doesn't fit the market, such as business cards without people's names on it, or information that's too tiny for someone to be able to read legibly. Also, make sure that you are doing your own independent research, and make sure that outside of the class material, the work that you're providing is meeting the level of design that you see in the field. Is it possible that you can get by with less than 6 hours of homework every lesson? It's certainly possible, but I wouldn't risk it if I were you. So just make sure you set aside that time. InDesign and typography is something that you will use in your later classes, like Design Applications 1, 2, and 3, Graphic Design 2 and 3, Print Production, Client Media Relations, and your Portfolio class. It's something that you will use again and again, so don't think that if it's frustrating or worrying, you're just going to be able to set that stuff aside. For this class, it is required that you have the Adobe Creative Cloud membership, and make sure that you get the student rate on that if you don't already have it. You won't be able to get by with a 30-day version in this class because the class goes longer than 30 days. Make sure that you have your book. In the first lesson, if you are waiting for funds to come in, we have a chapter or two from an older version of the book. That can get you started. It won't be the same, but it is better than nothing. If you've already purchased your book, but it just hasn't arrived, also in Lesson 1 there's some information on what you can send to me. and how we can get in touch with the publisher to get you a 5-day version until that book that you've purchased arrived. You will have to show a verification of that purchase. Okay, other than that, just make sure that you invest in yourself. This is an investment in time. This is an investment in doing your work so that you can have great things to show people, and this is a time for you to invest in researching what's happening in the market. Where is it going to go? What can you do to get up to speed? All right, if you have questions about any of this material, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My information is going to be in the Faculty Information tab, so please don't hesitate. You can also call me at home, so if that's the case, you're not getting an answer fast enough, the easiest way to reach me is by email that I can read on Tuesday or Thursday. But if you need it in a timely fashion faster than that and you're not getting responses, please make sure to reach out to me on the cell phone. It's not really something that I can ignore. Leave me a message if I don't pick up. Last little caveat here is that in an online class, attendance is based on turning in your work. If you fail to turn in work in 2 lessons throughout the entire semester, then you're going to get dropped from this class. So, don't do that. Reach out to me if you have questions, and I look forward to seeing your work. This is a great class to get things started. I know you're going to have a good time. Thanks. Have a great day.